Ready?
Showtime.
West Texas flag, Commissioner Beer will lead us.
Please bow with me. Lord, thank you for this day, and thank you for the many abundant blessings you bestow upon us. Thank you also for the ability to do meaningful work and to work on behalf of the citizens of Brazos County. Please keep a watchful eye over our military, men and women, here and abroad, who allow us to have the freedoms we enjoy today. Also, please look out for our first responders and our educators as they perform vital functions. Please continue to pray for the people of Ukraine. I ask all this in your name. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible. Thank you, Commissioner. Second item on the agenda is call for citizens' input and/or concerns. Roy, you want to come up and speak? I've got one for you. Is that? Or you got a number?
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right. Then no citizens to speak. Number 3 is presentation and discussion and recap of the 2022 Brazos Valley Fair and Rodeo, including final outcome and attendance. Fiona.
Good morning, Judge and Commissioners. My name is Fiona Meyer. I'm the Senior Manager with the Brazos Valley Fair and Rodeo and Brazos County Expo. I just wanted to take a few minutes to recap the fair and everything that went on this year and thank Brazos County for the support of the fair. We can start out with the first slide. Is there? You want me to do it? Thank you. Okay. We broke a record this year on attendance. We had a new attendance. We broke our 20,000 people limit that we had been striving for with 21,000 people. Approximately 2,300 people attended the kickoff weekend with our tractor pull, our new barbecue cook-off and steak cook-off, and our car shows. And then on the main weekend, we had almost 19,000 people attend over the 3 days of the event. One of the biggest things that I would like to point out about the fair is the huge partnership that we have with the Brazos County Sheriff's Office. Between Jason Ware with Brazos County Emergency Management, Sheriff Dickey, and Chief Martinez, we put on quite a feat with all of the security in this event. That's one of our highest priorities, is making sure we have a safe environment for everybody. So our EMS had almost 200 hours volunteering to help. We have full crews that man the rodeo and then tour around the facilities throughout. We had 39 security officers that worked a total of 508.25 hours. The City of Bryan is also a huge partner with us. They allow the Brazos Valley Fair to use their instant command bus, and those cameras are manned 24/7 while the gates are open to the fair. There's always somebody in there watching the cameras. Washington County loans us their camera trailer that we have in our parking lots to monitor those. And then Brazos County IT and Trevor Lansdowne are a huge help, making sure we have cameras throughout the facility, inside and outside. It's amazing what those guys can pick up on those cameras. New this year, we had zones to work through with the Sheriff's Department, and it worked really well, but just making sure that our response time is shorter and keeping everybody safe. So we do have a lot of lost kids. That's one of our biggest things, and bee stings. But then we also have had in the past broken bones and things like that, so we're really thankful that we can partner with them to make sure everything stays safe. In terms of people that attended, one of the biggest things for the fair is obviously the agricultural proponent and our contests, but we broke records in almost every contest this year. 356 creative arts entries, 454 livestock entries. Our livestock shows are open to the entire state of Texas for kids to come to. We had 92 mutton busting contestants, 400 rodeo contestants. Again, those rodeo contestants come from across the state and the surrounding states as well, Oklahoma and Louisiana. 594 livestock judging competitors. We added livestock judging last year. They come on a Friday. A lot of those kids come in the night before. and then 13 high school welding teams. Our farthest team this year came from Canyon, Texas. So over half those teams do come and stay in hotels. We're really excited about our welding contest. It just brings in another group to the fair. And we really like to show off that during our kickoff weekend. And then finally, our new barbecue cook-off teams, we had 17, and again, came from across the state of Texas. We did have one team on the steak side come from Las Vegas. And then finally, these last few slides. The fair is here to help our community and boost the expo, but our volunteers are really what make it go round. We have 3.5 employees that work on the fair full time, but the volunteers, we have over 350 volunteers. We worked this year with 20 local nonprofit groups, so we donate money back to those groups for them volunteering. It's a great way to get other organizations involved with the fair. Over 2,500 volunteer hours and over $33,000 contributed to those local nonprofit groups for fundraising efforts for them. And then the final mission of the fair is to provide scholarships to youth of Texas and the Brazos Valley, and also to do capital improvements for the expo. So our scholarships this year, we have a couple of different kinds. So 5,500 in general scholarships awarded to kids within the Brazos Valley, the 8 counties, including Brazos County. $15,750 in livestock scholarships were awarded this year, and to date, we have awarded just over $122,000 in scholarship to youth in Brazos County, the surrounding counties, and actually in our livestock that goes out into the state of Texas. So, and then finally, the things that the fair tries to add on to Brazos County Expo for improvements, everything from picnic tables and different ticketing booths that we use for selling shavings and things like that year round, to the rock lot that was done a few years ago. This year, we upgraded the electric in North Arena to help with our concerts and allow other events to use throughout the year. So we pride ourselves on helping the expo. We have a big list of things we would like to continue doing, and we just appreciate the opportunity that Brazos County gives us, and thank you for everything you do for the fair. So.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Great
Fiona.
fair.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
great job. It was really good this year. So.
Fiona, I had one complaint, and it's not really a complaint.
Yes, sir.
My wife and I carried our 3-year-old grandson to the rodeo, and he couldn't stay up late enough to see the bull riding. So if he never becomes a bull rider, you're fully responsible
Okay,
for that.
okay. Yeah, your insurance will thank me.
I think that's a credit to
And that's
Fiona.
no bull.
Okay, we will consider and take action on agenda items 4 through 28. Number 4 is approval and reappointment of Alan Munger, the Brazos County Regional Mobility Authority, with term period January 1, 2023 to December 31, 2024.
Motion.
Approval.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Roy, I think you wanted to speak on this one. Is that correct? Come up.
Good morning, Roy Flores, 507 East 31st. Working to serve the citizens is very accurate. That's what we do here, or y'all do here. And just recently we had an election where the voters gave you a mandate that they did not want this RMA. Now, I'm sure Alan's a really great guy. I've never met him before. But the point that the taxpayers did not want this, maybe y'all need to rethink about reappointing somebody and perhaps getting an audit done where all the tax dollars have gone to, for transparency purposes, of course, for the media and for the citizens, so we know where this money was going, because y'all kind of set this thing up without public input until the election. It might be a good idea if y'all wanted to reform this, is to have a public hearings or public input on situation beforehand.
So, Roy, let me correct you.
Okay.
Your information is incorrect. What the citizens voted down was a $10 fee. They did not vote down the RMA. And that fee would have gone toward projects, not for, that was the information that was put out, which was incorrect. that fee was gonna be for organization and running of the RMA. That was not correct. That money would have been used for projects only. It could not be used for that organization, couldn't, for the operations of it. So the vote was to not put a fee in place, which was what, when the legislature gave us the ability to ask for that, it was a vote. The citizens spoke, don't have a problem with it. They said that they didn't want it based on a lot of, in my opinion, misinformation. But that doesn't mean that the RMA goes away. It doesn't mean that we don't have an operation there. Those are non-paid folks. Alan Munger does not make a dime off of it. Neither do any of the other board members on that RMA. So I'm not sure what you're referring to about an audit. There's no money. We the two cities and the county did contribute something toward that organization for it to buy paper and to do some operations. But I'm not sure what it is you're referring to. The election was for the fee, not to whether we should have that organization or not.
Okay, and so let me get this straight. There won't be any staff members that are paid with any tax dollars?
There's a part-time, the MPO has a part-time person and is part-time paid for that, and that is the only staff member.
Okay, well, that's really good. So there shouldn't be any problem about getting out that information on, funding, right? And where any funding is coming from or going to, since y'all put this nonprofit, right? Nonprofit together? Is that what it is, a nonprofit?
No, it's a.
It's not a nonprofit.
It's a, yeah.
Okay, so, and so there shouldn't be any problem with having clear numbers on that, right? Are those available right now?
It's audited.
Yeah.
It is audited. The audit is a requirement on an annual basis for the Regional Mobility Authority. So all of that information is public record that you
Okay.
are
And
asking
it's
for,
on the
and
website.
it is also out there on their website.
bcsmpo.org.
Okay, well, I
And
should,
it would be, Roy, it's a citizen input, and we're usually not addressing it. But I think it's so important that misinformation be stopped, because we're hurting our county when we do that. Everybody would benefit from the service and shall benefit from this service. However, any service that Brazos County offers, we have an auditor that was standing behind you. We have a budget manager that is working with that person. Every penny is accounted for, and all you have to do is make a request to the auditor or that organization. But I think the formal request should come from the auditor if you want the exact amount at the time. And she is very able and capable of answering the questions before you even ask.
well, perhaps there would be less misinformation if the information was put out there to the public without having to do a public information request for each individual.
It's on
You
the
see
webpage.
you see what I'm
It's
saying?
on-
I see
saying?
what you're saying.
It's
It's on the
on-
webpage. Sure,
Yeah.
it's out there.
Well,
It's already
It's
out
all
there.
public information.
knowing that it's out there, a lot of people don't know where to go to find that information. So, as much advertising money that was spent to promote this thing, I mean, we could have educated the public beforehand on this. And
The county
that's
didn't
all I'm
spend any
bringing.
money on advertising. The county did not spend any money on
Not a
advertising.
dime.
That's
Well,
not the way
the
it
RMA
is.
did, and what I'm saying is they probably could have,
RMA didn't spend any money on advertising.
well, who was advertising for them then?
There was a private group that did that.
It's a PAC,
Okay,
A PAC.
Troop 22.
Okay. Well, thank you very much.
okay. Thank you, Roy. All in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? None motion carries. Number 5 is approval of job description, Carpenter Facilities 2080, code B0730.
Move approval.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 6 is acceptance of donation of electrical upgrade for power to the North Arena for the Expo Complex from Brazos Valley Fair and Rodeo. Final cost is $15,600 paid to GC Electric for the upgrade.
Move approval.
Second.
Motion made, seconded, discussion. And that is one of those things that the fair has contributed toward the expo that will benefit the expo too in the off season, but it certainly a benefit to, I think that was the upgrade for the bands that was needed out there. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 7, the acceptance of a donated unclaimed property left by inmates leaving the Brazos County Detention Center in the month of September 2022.
Move approval.
Second.
Motion made, seconded, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 8 is request approval for wire transfer up to $4,285,050.89 to HHSC funds for the PGY2 Final Comprehensive Hospital Increase Reimburse Program CHIRP for the following hospitals
Move
for the qualified.
approval.
Second.
Motion made, seconded, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 9 is request from the tax office for indemnification for acceptance of counterfeit money in the amount of $100 on November the 8th, 2022, and $300 on November the 9th, 2022.
Move approval.
Second.
Motion made, seconded, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 10 is approval requested from the District Attorney's Office for the acceptance of Crimes Against Women Grant Award.
Move approval.
Second.
Motion made, seconded, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 11 is approval requested from the District Attorney's Office for acceptance of a Second Amendment of the grant agreement between Texas Council of Family Violence and Brazos County.
Move approval.
Second.
Motion made, seconded, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 12 is approval of Exhibit A, Brazos County tow fee schedule made part of an amended order regulating fees for non-consent tows in the unincorporated areas of Brazos County approved by the Commissioners Court July 5th, 2022.
Move approval.
Second.
Motion made, seconded, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 13 is approval of a non-profit organization application for Brazos County inmate work crew labor to assist the National Guard to set up tents for the 35th annual Radio Mash Toy Drive.
Move approval.
Second.
Motion made, seconded, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 14 is request approval from Brazos County Exposition Complex to grant exception for the policy section 4.07.3 maximum compensation time.
Move approval.
Second.
Motion made, seconded, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 15 is approval of addendum number 2 to contract 19149 dental services for the jail to extend the agreement for 1 year.
Move approval.
Second.
Motion made, seconded, discussion.
Yeah, I have a question.
Okay.
What type of dental services does the jail provide?
While a person's in jail, I think we have to provide medical service. So, Chief, you want to?
It's required by
Yeah,
law.
I know that, but
Yeah, thank you. So we're required to, make sure everybody is healthy, but as far as dental, it's pretty basic services. So, not cleanings or anything like that, but it's extractions, things like that mostly. So if there's
so if they have an abscessed tooth or something like that when they come in?
right, and if something was more severe, we would probably send that out. But this is a dentist that comes on site and visits. But it's very basic, basic stuff.
Okay, thank you.
All right, you're welcome.
Did we vote on that?
No.
No.
We did get a motion in a second.
Yes.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 16 is approval of change order number 1, COP 636 JP Constable Precinct 1, building amount of $500 for relocation of sidewalk.
Move approval.
Second.
Motion made, seconded, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 17 is award bid number 23-025 seal coat. Recommended award is Clark Construction of Texas, Inc.
Move approval.
Second.
Motion made, seconded, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 18 is approval of contract 23-061 for Guardian Tracking with Target Solutions Learning LLC for Sheriff's Office.
Move approval.
Second.
Motion made, seconded, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 19 is approval of contract 23-084 short-term detention juvenile offenders with Colorado County.
Move approval.
Second.
Motion made, seconded, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 20 is approval of contract renewal 23-085R Enterprise Resource Planning Software with Oracle.
Move approval.
Second.
Motion made, seconded, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 21 is to consider and take action on Sudlink Communications utility permit to install 10,495 feet of internet cable on the northwest side of Elmo Whedon Road from 1,575 feet southwest of Steep Hollow Road to 3,300 feet northeast of FM 158, sites located in Precinct 2.
Move approval.
Second.
Motion made, seconded, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 22 is approval of expenditure journal entry for Brazos County's FY 22-23 first quarter cash contribution $119,507.25 to the Brazos County Health District.
Move approval.
Second.
Second.
Motion made, seconded, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 23 is tax refund application for the following.
Move approval A through M.
Second.
Motion made, seconded, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 24 is budget amendments. Budget amendments FY 22-23, budget amendments 6.01 to 6.05.
Move approval.
Second.
Motion made, seconded, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 25, personnel change status.
Move approval A and B.
Second.
Motion made, seconded, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 26, payment of claims. Claims to be paid by Brazos County, claim number 8118795 through claim number 8118971 and claim number 9006233 through claim number 9006277.
Move approval.
Second.
Motion made, seconded, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. We will skip down to number 29 is the acknowledgement of FY 22-23 budget to actuals by fund as of November the 9th, 2022, and B, acknowledgement of FY 22-23 contingency budget to actuals by fund as of November the 9th, 2022. And number 30 is juvenile directors on detention population. Linda.
Good morning, Judge and Commissioners. We have 38 in detention, 30 males and 8 females, and we have 22 on electronic monitor.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. 31, Sheriff's Report on Inmate Population. Sheriff.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Population today is 638, 549 men, 89 women, 61 on electronic monitoring.
Okay. Thank you, Sheriff. 32 is announcement of interest items and possible future agenda topics. Hearing none. 33 is call for citizens' input and our concerns. Hearing none, we'll move back up to number 2027, and convene an executive session pursuant to Texas Government Code 551.087 to Texas Government Code for deliberation regarding economic development negotiations. The time is 10:25. We'll need the commissioners, Cheryl, Bruce, Kim, and Ed. I think that was all we, budget, we probably need budget in there too. Ready? Okay, we're coming out of executive session. It is 10:35. There's no action to be taken, and the next item is to adjourn.